Jared Mueller from BrownsWire.com wrote an article, 3 Browns moves that they could make to free up $30 million in cap space. So the first one is releasing Jarvis Landry. That's a $15.1 million, and then there is a cap hit. J.C. Tretter's another one that's $8 million in cap space, and then Case Keenum $6.5 million in cap space. Do you see them free? And now it's important to note they still have $10.598, so almost $10.6 million under the cap that they can roll over. Do you see them playing those games so that they can, now there's a need at defensive tackle, so that, there are evolving needs where you can reallocate that money.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do think that Keenum, just the fact that they didn't play him this season with the salary that they were paying him, when they obviously had a need for him to play, that tells me that he's not going to be back. Certainly not at the price tag that he's at. So that seems like a very simple one. Tretter is interesting because there was some negative attention brought his way, both locally and nationally, with his involvement with the NFLPA as the NFLPA president. And it has become increasingly difficult for a lot of people, both in and out of the organization, to separate Tretter the player from Tretter the player rep. I think that might be a headache that they're willing to, say go away. And also, they happen to have Nick Harris in reserve. Harris played a lot better this year than he did in his rookie season. He is an heir apparent. They drafted him for that. I would say that one is honestly probably the most likely of the 3. Landry, look, they've got to get better at wide receiver. You don't get better at wide receiver by cutting your best wide receiver until you know that you've got other people that can come in and take that role. So he's certainly the iffiest of the group. Look, he's very expensive. I would hope, and this is just my personal feeling, I would love for him to take a pay cut, extend a void year onto it, push the salary cap hit down a little bit, and take a lot less money for this coming season and play out 1 or 2 more seasons in Cleveland while this window's still there, because the Browns are a better football team with a healthy and motivated Jarvis Landry on it. But saving $13.5 million when you can go get a premium defensive tackle for that, a premium starting safety for that's tough to overlook.
Yeah, those are all decisions that Andrew Berry's got to. They're going on right now, and they will eventually figure out what they want to do in moving forward. So it's what happens when you have to rebuild and try to make things happen on the fly.